Jerusalemites! Jerusalemites! Why are ye the curse of your own people? Ye are a prey to godlessness, wickedness, and cowardice. Ye have trampled our laws underfoot and destroyed the foundations of our faith. Why? Why? The spirit of evil is in ye. But the spirit of evil is yet stronger in those who govern ye. Saul, Saul, thou art to blame for it. Thy corruption and perverted ways of living have made thee an evil man and have destroyed the good life in us. Rise against the false liberties which the tyrants of Israel have given to you. I say that ye will remain prisoners of your evil spirits if ye do not find in your hearts the strength to rebel and to redeem yourselves. Damned shall ye be that still remain in the bottomless chasm of sin.
I come to arrest this man. This man is under our protection. Come, shepherd, into the house of God. Miserable shepherd, telling the people to rise against their king.
Father, thou shouldst not fret too much over all this, nor exaggerate the importance of it.
Exaggerate, thou sayest?
Yes.
A shepherd dares to accuse the king of Israel, and moreover receives the protection of our own high priest in the house of God. Are we to attach no importance to this?
Have you all forgot? Have you all so soon forgot the last prophecy of Samuel? For he did not speak of ye, my sons. He did not say of one of ye, not Ishvi, not Ishbosheth, not even Jonathan. Ere I die, he said, ere I die, it will be given to me to anoint one king.
Your Majesty, when Samuel anointed thee king, the first to reign in Israel, he chose a warrior, a mighty man of arms. This David is a mere boy.
I want him brought to me.
But this is impossible, Father. He's in the priest's care.
I, the high priest, protect him.
Protect him from what? I want this David brought to me.
How shall we do it, Father? By force?
I have commanded you to do this.
Sire, leave this matter to me.
No, if I leave it to thee, Abner, ere long thou shalt leave him with all the other thieves, criminals, feed the vultures in the royal orchards. Now, first I must see him alive. I would talk with this shepherd. Bring him to me.
Aye, Father may well be right. This young shepherd should have things of interest to tell us. What dost thou think, Abner?
What I may think is not thy concern.
I apologize for having put a question to the captain of our host.
There is far too much stirring among the people now. I would not have this David sow more trouble in the soul of thy father, already vexed by the prophecy of Samuel.
So thou too fearest this David?
I fear no man, Merab. But I am wroth at the evil spirit of these false prophets. Were I only king of Israel.
And thou shalt be. Thou shalt sit on this throne one day.
I tell thee it is no desire of mine to advocate rebellion against royal authority. I am not at odds with the laws of Israel, nor the rule of my king. Dost thou suggest perhaps that it is no longer permissible to speak one's own mind?
By stirring up the people, thou hast gone against the supreme authority of Israel.
I have seen vice and corruption rife everywhere. Wherefore I said that which I said.
The insolence of this shepherd is an affront to the court.
Oh, I think not, Mirab. For hath not David made clear the reasons why he behaved the way he did? I believe that we should hear David further. Unless, of course, it doth displease ye.
I would have an opinion on one matter from this wise shepherd.
This is ridiculous. To seek the counsel of a shepherd, indeed, one might as well seek the judgment of the people. This wretched shepherd is not here to judge us, but to be judged.
As one of the respected counselors of Israel, Benjamin of Gaba is fully entitled to speak here. So if it please thee, thou shalt put thy question to David.
I thank thee, Princess McCall. There is one clause in the peace which we made with the Philistines, putting a limit on the making of weapons and stating that only our officers and palace guards may bear arms. David, son of Jesse, what thinkest thou of these limitations?
My prince, to my mind, there is but one way to solve that riddle.
'Tis shameful to ask a shepherd to solve riddles which concern only rulers.
We will hear this, shepherd. Leave us. Leave us, I say. Dost thou believe in omens? There above our heads sits the bird of night. That bird is an evil omen. David of Bethlehem. David of Bethlehem. Thou hast grievously offended me in public. I am aware of it. Thou art mighty of heart. Speak now of our peace with the Philistines.
Majesty, the treaty limits the use of weapons to the officers of our host and guards of the palace.
It is true that only my officers and guards may bear weapons. So then?
But the treaty has put no limit whatever on the number of officers and guards which thou mayest have.
David, thou hast a sharp wit. I have heard much of thy sharp wit. Yet I cannot hate thee. Come. Come nearer to me. Come, David of Bethlehem. Drink.
I am not thirsty, O king.
Thou mayest choose either cup, and I will drink from the other. No, I will drink from both. They are not poisoned. I have sent out my servants to the markets and to the countryside. I have inquired about thee, David of Bethlehem. I hear thou art a wily hunter and have cunning hands for music. Wilt thou play for me, David? Wilt thou stay and sing my songs to make my spirit well again, David?
I shall obey thee, O king.
Thou shalt obey me. Aye. Thou shalt stay in my palace. Thou shalt remain with me, David of Bethlehem.
sway of David over thy father waxes greater every day.
We shall find a way to make him powerless ere long.
I hope so, but I'm troubled most of all by the ways of thy sister.
Thinkest thou that Michal might cause us vexation?
Were David to fall in love with her, yes.
Oh, I have a watchful eye, Abner.
Accursed shepherd. And now the people praise him to the skies. Whilst he remains at court, our plans will surely be in danger. For some days it's been clear to me what David covets.
What is that?
The throne of Israel, Merab. Thou forgetst the prophecy of Samuel? His spell is already on thy sister, Michal, and on thy brethren. Not on me! Not on me, Merab!
Calm thyself, Abner. Calm thyself, for thy apprehensions are excessive.
Thou, Saul, thou who wert the victorious hero of 100 battles, thou hast suffered thy first defeat. Why? Because thou art no longer the Saul of yesteryear, the Saul who was beloved of all the people of Israel, the Saul who was feared by his enemies, the Saul of whom my father Jesse so often spoke. O Lord, help him, forsake him not, and defer that day when he will no longer be king. Restore to him his wisdom and thy protection, I beg of thee.
David! But what art thou doing all alone here in the throne room?
Nothing, my princess. Nothing.
I was seeking thee, David. My father awaiteth thee in his quarters. He is weary and would hear thy songs again.
I shall go forthwith, princess.
My name is Michal.
I thank thee, Michal.
I rejoice that thou hast made my father calmer in spirit. Thy sweet presence and thy counsel are a very great help to him.
Were it not that it had made its way into the minds of the wise, my counsel would be gone on the wings of the wind.
Very true, but thou wert also able to do more. Thou hast made thy way into our hearts.
When I said the wise, the one I truly had in mind was thee, Michal.
Go, David. My father awaits thee.
Well done, Jonathan. Thine arm is a strong and steady one, like unto the arm of Saul.
Aye, he was a great king in his time. But age is upon him, and with his wits he hath also lost his strength. He knows not in what dire straits Israel is now. Look at me. I am compelled to hurl darts at mere images of the foe instead of bearing arms so as to wrest the sacred ark from those accursed Philistines.
Despair not, Jonathan. I tell thee, the day will indeed come, and that day is not far removed either. The day will come when the people of Israel will be once more as they were.
David, thou speakest as a prophet. Long have I ceased to hope any more.
Thou art wrong, Jonathan. I have not spoken as a prophet, but as a man who has faith in divine justice and is ready to serve its cause.
Even by main force if 'tis needed?
Aye, I would even use force.
And this, how does it serve thee?
This is the weapon of the prophet. I shall show thee.
In thy hands rests the fate of Israel, Benjamin of Gaba. Saul trusts thy wisdom, and hence hath made thee emissary. To redeem the authority of the king, the sacred ark must be returned to Jerusalem. Thou knowest the bitter unrest that now grips our land.
I shall try not to deceive his faith.
Even were it to cost us all of the gold in Israel, whatever is demanded by the Philistines. Promise it.
I will do as thou sayest, Abner.
Listen carefully, Lazar.
The Israelites are ready to pay whatever thou wouldst, provided thou returnest their sacred ark. Abner, the captain of their host, who is my lord also, will send Benjamin of Gaba as emissary to thee. Though this emissary is a wise man and speaks with a silver tongue, thou needst not listen. 'Tis my lord Abner who asks me to tell thee that thou shalt never hear him, O king.
The madness of this Saul. He dares ask for the ark. I shall take the ark to Jerusalem only when I have slain old Saul. Send Goliath to the oasis of Gath to lie in ambush for the emissary.
And it is because of her that thou must always carry this with thee? Was she beautiful?
Aye, Mikal. A man seeks an ideal in a woman's love. In my eyes, Egla was everything. She was true perfection. Her presence alone gladdened my heart and soul.
So with such a memory as this, thou wilt not love another woman easily.
I know not, Mikal. Before I thought this was true, but now I'm not certain.
The murder of Benjamin of Gaba is indeed a hard blow, my king. Israel will long mourn him. He was one of Israel's greatest men. This mishap may stir up the feeling that we need a new king. A new king to restore the good name of a crown now scorned. But this peril could be easily avoided.
And how?
By making David thy emissary to the Philistine king Ashdod.
David?
Aye. David is the only man who has a chance of succeeding in this mission. He hath already given sufficient proof of his wisdom and cunning.
Very well. Call him.
Thou hast been helpful to my father, the king, and thou art helpful to me. I thank thee very much. I am no more the sad and lonely girl that I once was. No, I'm happy, but how long will it last?
Mikal. It can last forever if thou wilt.
David, son of Jesse, King Saul would see thee.
Why art thou in my quarters?
Hast thou finished thy sweet tryst with that shepherd now?
That shepherd is a counselor in the court, Merab.
One who turns to his prophet the evil spirit dwelling in the king, our own father.
What sayest thou?
That he is trying to strengthen his place in court and is using thee to do it.
How is it possible for thee to say such things? David is deserving of the esteem of our people and of his king. He is worthy.
And worthy also to have a royal princess love him.
Surely, Merab, worthy also to have a royal princess love him.
Samuel is dead, and all Israel mourns. They have buried him in Ramah in his birthplace. But the Philistines are gathering themselves together, the Philistines. I've seen them. I've seen a host of them. Now I'm afraid, and my heart is greatly troubled. When I inquired of the Lord answered me not. Neither by prophecies, nor by dreams. Aye, the Philistines gather their armies to battle. There goes out a champion from their camp named Golijat. Golijat of Gath. Golijat, whose height is 6 cubits and a span. He hath a helmet of brass upon his head, and is armed with a coat of mail, and the weight of the coat is 5,000 shekels of brass. The staff of his spear is like a weaver's beam, and his spear's head weighs 600 shekels of iron. And this man hath said, I defy the armies of Israel. Give me a man, that we may fight together. Am I that man? Am I? Am I that man?
Thou hast great confusion in thy heart, David, but thou must have no fear. 'Tis the will of God that guideth thee. He will give thee strength so that thou mayest return to his chosen people, the sacred ark, the symbol of Israel's faith. Go thy way, David, son of Jesse, and tremble not in thine heart.
Aye, Samuel.
David, stay. David, thou wilt be slain as was Benjamin of Gaba. I beg of thee, David, stay.
Thou must not ask me to stay, Michal. Thou knowest that I must go.
But if thou didst not return, David.
order, my lord. A great misfortune has befallen us. The Philistines are destroying everything. 'Tis the end of Israel.
Now, return to Jerusalem and warn the court. The rest of you follow me.
Israel have done naught to bring about this grievous event. The mercenaries of Ashdod have invaded our land. They have already destroyed our outermost cities and slaughtered our people. Ere the new moon rises, they will be at the very gates of Jerusalem.
Jonathan, thou hast forgotten that Jerusalem is the heart of Israel, and that to leave it undefended might be a grievous error, for the enemy hath more than tenfold the total of all our forces. Remember that another defeat might well be the last one.
No, Isaac. Fear. Accursed, shameful fear. Gaze on it. 'Tis here among ye. 'Tis fixed like a shameful mask on all your faces. 'Tis the same fear which prompted ye one day to betray my father Saul in another battle. Ye went mad with fear and fled. Cowards!
But there is no one who can stay that host, Jonathan. This will be the end of us.
No, not yet. The eyes of Ashdod will never come near enough to see the city of King Saul. It's for us to attack them. Of Israel, O king.
This is madness. Wherefore didst thou not stay, Jonathan, to defend Jerusalem?
David, my place is here. We should attempt the impossible to stem the Philistines.
But 'tis suicide. Behold them. The impossible is for God to perform. I shall go alone to Ashdod and speak with him as I did once with Saul.
art thou?
David, son of Jesse.
David, son of Jesse? The shepherd David. The renown of thy wisdom hath spread far and wide. But it is useless. Useless, stupid wisdom. So it is in thee that the Israelites trust. Thou art the one who calms down that old fool Saul. What dost thou want?
I tell thee in the name of the Lord to return to us the sacred ark, and not to pass with thy host on the land of Israel.
Thou, shepherd, thy insolence hath no limits. Thine Israelites have armed anew despite the peace which we made with them at Gath. And thou asketh me to keep my host out of thy land?
I do not ask thee to keep it out, but God wills it so. Such is God's law. Thou canst not destroy a people that is defeated.
Such is God's law. My only God is gold. My only law is Goliath. Defeat Goliath, and I shall not destroy Israel. David, son of Jesse. Goliath!
Look at the sky, Goliath. The vultures augur ill for thee.
What are you doing here? What is this? Trick. You're practicing here. And this? What is this? A target? A wineskin? Are you rehearsing the murder of your king?
No, O king. The wineskin is below the throne. This is proof that the man that we would kill is he who is thine enemy here in thy very court.
I will be grateful to you. Aye, but now get you gone. And hold your tongues, or I shall have them cut out of your mouths. Away with you. Away. Return not to Israel till further order. Abner? Are you mad, Abner? I told you to plan this deed alone. It is a secret, known only to us. A secret, you understand, from all Israel.
Abner! Abner! I beg of thee, listen to me. Do not do this.
But 'tis now we must smite him, for it may well prove to be our last chance.
The people favor David. They will rise. And father...
Thy father has agreed. Thou knowest how he fears David. When we've finished with him, the people will bow down to the will of the king.
No, do not do this. Entrust the task to others.
I must not, Merab. I will not have it go wrong. I must do it myself.
Listen, Abner. Let us forego all this. Let us flee from here. Oh, do not do this. I beg of thee, do not do it.
Let me go, Merab.
No.
There's no time to lose.
No.
Let me go, I said.
Abner! Abner.
Now, my father, thou art free. Thou hast slain thy evil spirit.
No. He had slain Abner. He had slain Abner. And the evil spirit in Saul is still living. It will perish only with his death.
I know my destiny, Merab. I know also the destiny of my people Israel. Take him away.
Glory to David! Hear, O Israel! Long live David! Long live Saul, King of Israel!
I have sinned, David, I admit that. I wanted to do thee harm. But on this day thy soul is precious to mine eyes. Michal, take thou my daughter, her will I give thee to wife. Be thou valiant for Israel, to fight the Lord's battles. Blessed be thou my son David, for thou shalt do great things.